Hi, my name is Greg Sawicki, and I'm an assistant professor in biomedical engineering in the joint department between North Carolina State University and UNC Chapel Hill. My lab studies rehab robotic applications of lower limb wearable exoskeletons. And in particular, we're focusing these days on using ankle exoskeletons, powered and passive, to restore mobility post-stroke. Rick Siegel asked me to record a short video for you guys to give an overview of the experience that TIGRR will hopefully bring each of you during this week. I was a member of the TIGRR class last time in January of 2013, and I came to the workshop with an R21 proposal on stroke rehab using ankle exoskeletons that had been scored at the NIH, but was not within the fundable range. I think it received a 44th percentile on its first submission. And so the goal I had for the week was to try to get advice from other successful grant writers, including my primary mentor, and representatives from the funding agencies there about how I might alter or improve my proposal to bring it into the fundable range. And so I was assigned a primary advisor. I was Dr. Bob Gregory, and before the meeting, Bob and I exchanged emails. I gave him my proposal, so he would have a chance to look it over before we met in person. And upon my arrival, I met almost immediately with Bob, I think on one of the first days, and we had a one-on-one meeting and kind of brainstormed about areas where the proposal might be improved, and also areas in my research not in that proposal that might make a strong case at the NIH for funding. And immediately in that initial meeting, there were a number of things that Bob suggested that I think ultimately helped improve the proposal very much. In addition to the feedback I got from Bob, my primary mentor, I was also able to schedule blocks of time with lots of other prominent scientists, the other mentors who were in the group. I had good meetings with Dr. Diane Damiano and also Zeb Reimer, among many others. I think I probably met with 10 or so of the mentors over the course of the week. And I tried to choose my meetings in such a way that I was getting interaction with both people who were very familiar with the field of rehab robotics and orthotics and exoskeletons, but also others who I thought had strong overlap into my specific area, so that I could get feedback on the more general aspects of the proposal, like readability and how it looked on paper and things like this. And in those meetings, not only did I have a lot of really fun scientific discussions, but I got a lot of good feedback on the format of my proposals, and especially with respect to the specific aims and how that the first page of the proposal really came off, whether or not there was excitement for my ideas from a large group of experts. And I can't stress this enough. I would say the number one thing that I learned over the course of the week is that aims page really does leave an impression, and that the rest of the proposal, if it's not always referring back to the aims in a useful way, then the proposal really isn't as tight as it otherwise could be. Another thing that I got from most of the mentors was that the statistics portion of my proposals tended to be on the weak side. This was something that I and I think a lot of young investigators may take for granted, that the statistical power behind your proposed science is of utmost importance. And it's a good idea to collaborate early with statisticians on your proposals, which is something that I did after I left the TIGRR workshop. The other sorts of feedback I got weren't necessarily from the mentors, but also from the other people in the workshop who were building their academic careers. So during the social periods of the meeting, I was able to meet and learn about the research of lots of other up-and-coming experts in the field, some on prosthetics, others on neural rehabilitation, some others who are doing interesting work in regenerative medicine and orthopedics. And I now follow up with those people at national meetings and kind of keep track with what they're up to. And I hope to, at some point, when my own career has been more established, return to potential collaborations with those folks that I met at TIGRR. So just to close, I'll tell you that after that week at TIGRR, I went back with a renewed confidence that it was possible to make my proposals better, and that there were things that I still wasn't doing as well as I could. And I revised that R21 proposal and resubmitted it a few months after TIGRR, and I brought that score down to a 12th percentile, which still unfortunately was not funded on its second try. It came very close, but I now have that proposal in a form where it can be edited and reworked into small business grant, which is what I'm trying for now, or could even become a component of a larger R01 proposal. And the other good piece of news for me was that in my discussions with Bob Gregory, my primary mentor, and also Diane Damiano, I got really good feedback about some other ideas I've been thinking about that weren't in the proposal I submitted to work on at TIGRR. And with that feedback, I submitted an NSF proposal with a collaborator at Carnegie Mellon to the National Robotics Initiative. And that proposal was picked up by NIH and recently funded as an R01 proposal in the National Institutes of Nursing Research. Part of the proposal is to build a test bed for ankle devices that can help clinical populations. And I think that the advice and feedback I got from TIGRR went a long way to making that proposal readable for a general audience that included not only engineers but also clinicians from various backgrounds. So with that, I think I'll leave you and just say that make sure you take advantage of all the time you'll have here with really the experts in our field, and also have some fun interacting during the social times and enjoying the meals and making your proposals better. Good luck, and hopefully I'll meet some of you in person at some point. Take care.